Can you hear me now? You remember those old commercials on Verizon? It wasn't about the quality of the speaker, it was about the network connectivity. Because back in the day, remember drop calls? That used to be a marketing slogan. Verizon was capitalizing on having the best connectivity nationwide. And now we've gotten to a point where, well, quite frankly, most people don't want to make phone calls. They want to send text messages and they want to send social media messages, the DMs, as the kids will call it these days. And now we have this really cool feature from the Google Pixel guys, Clear Calling. And this is something that dropped officially. It was in the beta. It dropped officially beginning of December here. First, exclusively for the Pixel 7 phones. From what I know, at least I believe it's supposed to be available for Google Tensor powered phones. So at some point in the future, I think it's going to come for the Pixel 6, at least from what I was reading. But right now, it is available for the Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro. Granted, your phone is completely updated. You have to have the December update. So December was the big quarterly feature drop, which is fantastic. Love all the new stuff that we got. And the Pixel 7, of course, gets all the cool things because it's the newest and latest Pixel toy on the street. So Clear Calling, what does it do? Well, basically, it uses all the cool smart stuff, machine learning, the AI, a lot of the great byproducts of the Google Tensor 2 chip, and gives you a better quality phone call for the person you're talking to. So, funny and ironically enough, you probably won't notice much of a difference. But the person on the other end will hear a better, clear call because it suppresses background noises, it heightens the microphones, and it picks up and it kind of cuts out the noise. So even if you're walking around in a train tunnel, the subway of New York, the crowded streets of LA, whatever, walking down Hollywood Boulevard, you should be able to have a much better call with the person you're talking to. And of course, well, you're not in the noise, like the other person isn't in the noisy area, so ideally you're calling them, they're in a more quiet place, you should hear them better naturally. So this is something you need to go in and enable in your Pixel 7 Pro phone. So to do this, you go into the settings, so go into your settings. Once you get to your settings, you're going to go down to sound and vibration, and then from there you scroll down, there's a special category, it says clear calling, and then bam, enable it. That's all you have to do. Now, this is interesting because it's internet dependent. So you have to have either a Wi-Fi connection or you have to have internet connection on your phone. So maybe, I know 2G and 3G is not really a thing, but if you happen to be in some area where you don't have a reliable internet connection, then clear calling will not work. It'll just be normal calling. So if you're barely getting through and you've got a crap quality signal, you don't have the internet workings, you saw on 4G LTE and it's just not working properly, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, I may be wrong, but it says it's internet dependent. And it's funny to me because we've moved to this whole VoLTE world. We make phone calls over LTE, like basically everything's supposed to use the internet now for basically everything. So I think it's mostly impossible in the US to have this kind of experience. But hey, maybe there's somewhere in the world you're on a phone call and you don't have the internet. So conceivably, this feature could not work. But when you get on the internets, then you should be good. So really cool, and I love this stuff. That's one of the reasons I made a video the other day talking about how the Pixel phones get better with time. It's true. As time goes by, you get the quarterly feature drops, you get the new stuff that comes out every year when the new Android version, of course, a lot of that stuff trickles over to other phones as well. I mean, granted, I'm not going to try and hide that and be like, oh, other folks don't get some of this stuff, but there's stuff that is exclusive to the Pixel phones, like these new features, like the free VPN that dropped, that you can use with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Free VPN. Fantastic. And then you get great things like the clear calling. That's an exclusive feature to the Pixel phones, specifically the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro right now. And again, I do believe it's supposed to trickle down, at least from what I was reading. So I think it's cool. It's really, really easy. All you have to do is go turn it on and then call somebody and like go outside where it's noisy or when there's cars driving by or while you're in the grocery store. Test it out. Call a friend, call a loved one, call somebody. Hey, it's the holiday season. Call and check in with your loved ones. Tell them Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whichever one of the holidays you may celebrate. Because there's a whole lot of them right now, and I'm not even gonna embarrass myself by trying to name all of them. But it's a holiday season, so call somebody. Tell them you love them, you miss them, you wish them well, and do it with your cool Pixel phone and be like, hey, how are you hearing me? Are you hearing me very well? Because I've got clear calling on. Tell me if it sounds good, and then tell them where you're at. Be like, oh yeah, I'm walking in the middle of the grocery store. And be like, oh my gosh, I can hear you so clearly. Anyway, so that's all I got in this video. Short, sweet, to the point. Thank you for watching this. And also, yes, I'm wearing these glasses probably for a while, probably at least a week until I get full functioning back in my eye again because of this crazy injury that I've got. But anyway, on the mend. Hopefully things are going better. As of right now, I'm having to use these crazy antibiotic drops, 2 of them, like super powerful ones, twice a day for this abrasion in my eye that got messed up. So, but the good folks at the Baylor Eye Institute, or whatever it is, downtown Houston, are taking really good care of me from the get-go, and they've been amazing, even when they're using like medieval stuff to work on my eye. But anyway, so not to bother you all with that, but thank you so much for all the support. I wanted to answer that because I'm sure there's gonna be some of the questions going, why is this dude wearing these Terminator 2 ZZ Top sunglasses? And that's why. Super photosensitive, and my eye is injured. But anyway, so that's all I've got. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Try out the clear calling. If you have any questions, comments, want to talk about it, of course, always, please go into the comment section. We'll talk about it. Thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like and the subscribe button, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys next time.